back to the safe recovery of Ohio girl Haylee Donathan, who was missing for almost 1 month with her mother and her mother's sex offender boyfriend. The missing trio was found at a Christian retreat center in rural California. Tonight, Haylee's mother, Candace Watson, and sex offender Robbie Potter are behind bars. I want to bring back my panel. Stacey Honowitz, Florida State Prosecutor, and by phone, Michael Nolting, News Director with WMRN, 1490 AM in Marion, Ohio. And I think about what's going on here in this case. It's a happy ending. We don't get this, Stacey. We don't get this that often, where we have a safe recovery of a little girl that we were all looking for. Stacey Honowitz, from your perspective, you know, prosecution, this is a case now where the victim survives. Will she be able to testify, this young girl?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, as long as mentally she's able to cope right now, there's no reason why she couldn't testify as to what transpired. I mean, and certainly they're going to be interviewing her to see if she was ever touched by him because he's a sex offender, but she will be able to testify as to where they went, how they got there, what things were told to her, if they told her to lie, if anybody ever approached them. So hopefully she's in good enough mental condition to go forward. But, you know, as long as as long as she's in the same spirits as she is right now, and we've heard that she is in good spirits, there shouldn't be a problem for the prosecution. And
that's a great sign. Now, Haylee's grandmother, Mary Watson, spoke to a reporter from the Mansfield News Journal after the press conference. Take a listen to this.
What do you think also about Robbie Potter? I mean, he was a big part of it.
You don't want me to tell you what I think of him. You really don't, not over the news, you don't.
Do you think he deserves whatever he gets?
Yeah, you're right, I sure do. He deserves more than what he's going to get. He really does.
Now, the marshal mentioned in the press conference that Potter could be looking at the Adam Walsh Act, which is a 10-year felony on top of a state charge. Stacey Honowitz, what kind of charges could Potter face for this month-long fugitive run?
There's a slew of charges. There's escape. There's the Adam Walsh Act. There's harboring a fugitive. And really, a lot of the charges are going to be towards her. She's a principal in helping him escape. Aiding and abetting, harboring a fugitive, child neglect, for child endangerment. I mean, there's a slew of things that they can load them up on. And so I know that the public is waiting for the prosecutors to come down with these charges because everybody, as you said, Vinny, has been involved in this search. And because it's been out in the media for so long, and because someone was able to see a billboard with their photos, this child was brought to safety. So it is a credit to everybody involved, not only the police officers, but the general public.
It was a team effort. Unbelievable the way it all came down. Michael Nolting, looking at the reaction in Ohio, where this story started, where you are, what are the thoughts of the public out there? Is the public on board with what we're saying tonight, that the mother may be more of a villain in this case than the sex offender?
I think you're absolutely correct. I think that there's a lot of mixed emotions out there in the public right now because for a long time, folks here weren't really 100% sure how everything transpired. Once the uncle broke with the escape story and recanted it, changed the story, people started to get wise. And I think after they know that Haylee is safe, I do think that you're absolutely right. People really want to make sure that these people are punished.
Yeah, and you talk about the punishment here. We have no idea exactly what may or may not have happened to little Haylee. We don't know what the evidence is going to be, and I'm sure investigators are speaking with this little girl and trying to figure out, you know, what, if anything, she suffered from. But our thoughts and prayers are that, you know, she's as happy as she looks in some of these pictures we're looking at. Stacey Honowitz, Michael Nolting, thanking you both for joining us.